VR, virtual reality for legal simulations to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. I'm working with a couple of law firms, and we're exploring newer technology that hasn't necessarily been used in the legal profession, but is moving into that arena. And sometimes we want to be the first to adopt new technologies because it gives us an distinct competitive advantage. Virtual reality is one of those technologies. Virtual reality, artificial intelligence, augmented reality. They've been around for a few years now. They've proven technologies. There's platforms to tap into to more economically use the technology these days. And we're really only limited by our imaginations. You know, virtual reality came from the gaming world and from entertainment, but now it's breached the confines of those industries and is leaking out. It's not leaking out, it's being brought out by smart marketers and smart practitioners and smart engineers to different industries, and the legal profession and professional services are no different. So my question for you today is, as we talk about this with respect to the legal industry and legal simulations, what might you be able to use VR for in your business to supersize and grow your business and get a competitive advantage? The two areas that we're looking at in my organizations right now are customer onboarding, because we want people to join our organization in a certain way, in a certain process, and it's a terrific tool for that, as well as employee and team and skills trainings. It's a perfect way for people to practice, and the legal profession is a great example of this. It allows students an opportunity, and we talked about this the other day with respect to chat marketing, personalizing the experience for students. Well, when it comes to legal, both legal inside legal firms as well as legal education facilities, it allows them to actually practice in three-dimensional, I think of Star Trek whenever I talk about virtual reality, when they went into the I can't remember the name of the room, but they had a room where they'd go in and they would practice different simulations. Same kind of thing, but now not just for entertainment purposes, for actual practical practice of our skills and abilities. Law students can be faced with different scenarios that are unlikely, but it's a great way to test people and their skills and their knowledge and their learning thus far. It's by putting them in actual situations where they feel like they're in a real courtroom. They can practice their opening statements. They can practice their arguments. They can practice all of the other things that lawyers do in the courtroom. They can practice emergency processes and emergency filings, things like that, that you don't want the first time you do that to be out in the real world, when it's so easy nowadays to have a format and a process for practicing in advance. And we know that to become masters of anything, we have to do something, usually more than once, to practice and practice and get better and better at it. So legal education, I see huge opportunities there for legal simulations, just like any other simulations. Flight simulators have been around. I don't even know how long they've been around, but I know my nephew credits video games to his ability to be a great pilot. He's an Air Force pilot. It's an immersive approach that is no lecture or textbook can even come close. I mean, our imaginations can come close, but a lot of people have a hard time envisioning and imagining things. This is a tool that makes it level playing field for a lot more students, because just because you're not a great visualizer doesn't mean you cannot participate in a simulation that will help you hone and practice and perfect your skills. Not that perfect is a possibility, because nobody's perfect and nothing's perfect. It gives students and professionals in organizations an opportunity to practice on high stakes cases, on emergency legal responses, on intricate cases that it lets them really tap into their abilities and their knowledge and their wisdom in terms of how to deal with them. It can also be used to streamline evidence handling and reduce the cost of analysis. Virtual reality can, and again, there's always ethical and legal considerations to be taken into account for these type things, especially in the legal industry, but even in our other industries, how we use and how we apply these things needs to be done in an ethical, moral, and positive, to make the world a better place way, right? All of these tools, I love all these tools, but just like anything else, it can be used for good and it can be used for evil. And the only difference is how you choose and intend to use it. I'm going to say, if you want to use it for evil, please do not talk to me. Please do not contact me. I don't need that kind of drama in my life and in my businesses at this point in my career. But if you want to use it for good, hit us up and ask, because we're having a lot of fun playing with these new technologies. It can be used to reduce efficiency in trials and costs in trials. Normally, if there's a scene that the jury and everybody in the courtroom needs to go visit to actually see what happened, it costs time, transportation, and a lot of resources to make that happen, and logistics to make that happen. But if you can go to this scene virtually using virtual reality, that can save a lot of expenses. That's just one application and one example in the legal field. So, curious, have you looked at virtual reality and virtual reality simulations as a possibility, or as just a testing possibility for your organization? Share in the comments below. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Any questions, hit me up. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting strategy and topic. And I guess a thought-provoking question to say, hey, maybe you've never thought about this before, but is there an application that can give your organization a competitive edge by adopting it and using it now? I don't know about you, but there's a lot of industries that I am personally involved in right now that adding AI, virtual reality, or chat marketing can make a huge positive impact on. We want to serve our customers better, which is really what we're in business for in the first place, adding value. And number two, it can save us time and energy and wasted effort by filtering through and providing people with what they need until they need human contact, if that makes sense. All right, have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.